Howdy, hey folks, this is Jesmon from Team SodaKan, and before we start actually going over gameplay, just a small little heads up, content is probably going to be slowing down for about the next week, maybe week and a half. Alex is currently out. He has not been feeling very well, and so we're just not going to be able to get together to record content, so it is going to be slowing down. So anyway, getting into the actual game now that we're almost a minute in. Hey folks, welcome. Today I'm playing Lilith Loop, and my buddy Hunter here is playing Jesmon. He is playing the ST1 Koromon because he was using it as a placeholder essentially for BT1 Yokomon. But hey, that's it does almost the same thing, so oh well. We both have very rough starts, not drawing actual rookies. For me, we see that I went first. I went straight for the memory boost and grabbed a Labramon after revealing 3 rookies. And then Hunter did basically the same thing, just with a Blanc along the way. We then Labramon went into Vilemon. Now we have a Gazimon down in our breeding area, and Hunter already has a Savior Huckmon in his, which is nutty. We're going for a Lady Devi, draw for Evo, draw 2, discard 2, gain rid of that Kinkaku, and that Jackraid. Going to go ahead and pop the memory boost. And then we go for a Black War Growlmon in the breeding area. The Black War Growlmon is only a 1-of in this deck because we do draw throughout the entire deck, which you will see later on in a later game. So Hunter's going to pop his memory boost, Judgment of the Blade, and oh boy, looks like he has a Voltramon in hand. Which will probably be start seeing more play in the list once the Savior hit gets to us, which is gonna be really unfortunate. I definitely understand why it's happening, but also dang. But hey, we'll have had at least like 4-ish months by the time that happens to play with full power Jesmon. So you know what, it bothered me at first. I've grown to it's fine at this point. So the Savior swings in, hits an Itmon and a Lilithmon. We're going to go ahead and promote this Black War Growl, use its Digiburst skill, get rid of all those, fueling up that trash. On-play skills do not activate with Black War Growl, for those who do not know, so we are going to just go for the Gazimon instead of something like Labramon. Gazimon is overall just the better option to go for since it shuts off CL. Just counting those cards in trash, that is what we like to do as Lilith players. And we're going to set up the Manoa before anything else, so that way we just for sure start our turn with 3. We are not running any EX1 cards in this deck, mostly because I do not have access to them just yet. I have not found any gift boxes or anything like that snazzy stuff. But we do run 3 White Tamers, 1 Manoa, and 2 Takumi. And I do believe that going into EX1, we cut down to 1 Takumi and then run 2 Analog Youth. because the memory tamer, while is very, very nice, not exactly necessary, I feel. So that was game 1. We're forcing Hunter to go first here, because then we could force him to either have to use a blocker for his evolution like he does, or hard play a Huckmon if he bricks that badly, or even go for a Blanc play like this, like so. It's overall a not so bad board state that we're in. I got a little confused by the memory here, which also, hey, by the way, we're using a Gatomon chip from the gift boxes with the little Digivice things. I want a Tentomon one. I actually got this one from Hunter. He found 3 gift boxes and they were all Gatomon. So he just gave me one because who needs 3 Gatomon Digivices? So Rebellionmon, so that way I actually think the only reason we're going for the Rebellionmon here is because it was the only ultimate that we had. We're going to game 1 with the Ginkaku and then draw 2, and then we're going to set up Menoa. Now, having a memory setter in the deck is going to be, it is nice, but Lilith Loop is going to take a pretty big hit with Mega Digimon Fusion going bye-bye pretty soon here. We only have essentially just a month left of playing with the card, the first card to ever get banned in Digimon, which is insane. But everyone is already playing on just basically switching over to win rate 60%, and the good thing about win rate 60% is if we have tamers in play, we ignore the color requirements, so white is no longer going to be absolutely necessary in purple. So you know what, I am all for it. It does suck because the 2 big decks that suffer the most from the restricted and bans that just happened are Jesmon and Lilith Loop, and those are the top higher tier decks I have built, which is unfortunate, but hey, we're here to talk about gameplay, right? So we have the Lady Debbie skill going off, going forward to Takumi. We gained 2 off of both Ginkakus and then drew 2 off of both Tsunomons, and we're going to pass it on to Hunter by evolving into Vilemon, draw for the Evo, because we have to draw first for game mechanics, always remember this. And then we choose to Takumi skill, suspend, and draw an additional card. Judgment of the Blade, of course, always have to see it in hand. And a delicate plan. So Hunter's going to swing this Jesmon and declare it on the Vilemon. And play a CL, gaining 1 memory. I believe this thing is swinging just 14, 16, 18k. Swinging on the Vilemon, going to hit into a Lilithmon, and then swinging on the Lady Deviamon, playing another CL, gaining another memory, going to 2, and then hitting a Jack Raid, but since he did use a delicate plan, Jack Raid's security skill does not go off. And then just evolving into a Bao Huckmon. And what else you got for us? Red Memory Boost. Huck, Agu, Tai, and Bao. Going for the Agu over the Huckmon, which I think is a very questionable choice. But also, to be fair, probably just wanting the inheritable. Anywho, we got a Gabu going on in that breeding area down there. We have 3 memory to work with, and I think we have 11 cards in trash, not security. This isn't yellow. Going into the Ginkaku, double Jack rating, and then just debating on if we want to use Takumi. I don't think we do. Yeah, no. So we're going to pick up both those Jack raids back, count out our trash just to be 100%. Believe we're at 12, so gain 1 and then gain 2 with Lilith, and then I think we just go for the Mega Digimon Fusion. Yep, exactly what we do. Mega Digimon Fusion. Go into that Zwart, baby. Yep. It's free. Mill those 3. Bring back more than likely a level 8. Yep, Lady Devi, and I don't think we actually have no. We did not have a promote in our trash, unfortunately, so we're just going to bring back a Labramon, get rid of a promote now, swing, declaring on Jesmon. Before we get too far ahead, have to do Genkaku and Tsunomon. Swinging on Jesmon. And how did we get rid of the Blanc? We got rid of the Blanc through some sort of means. Lilith play once again. And do we take it this turn? I do not believe so. He's still staying at 5 security. Oh, we got rid of the Blanc using the Omnimon Sword. Why that confused me so much, I don't know. But we do trade the Zwart for the Jesmon, so that way the threat is off the board for next turn. Promote up in here. Takumi. And I think we're getting really low on our deck here. I think we're under 10 cards in deck at this point. And, you know, that's a scary place. You don't want to be there. And that is a Groundramon that's going to trade with the promote. But that is quite alright indeed. So I think we're just in a position that we only want to give him 1 memory. And we're going to do so by going into the Black War Growl. Baby Domon gain hatched. Best level 3 in Jesmon, the Guillaumon. Popping the memory boost to go to 3. Just Huckmon indeed. Savior, Jess, Groundra, another Jess, and a Greymon. Grabbing a Savior and a Jess because Savior is super crucial to this strategy. Going for the Savior. Does he have a Sistermon from hand he would like to play? No, he does not. We're going to bring out the Black War Growl. And then with this Black War Growl, it's no real reason not to Digiburst. Jack Raid, gain 2, then gain an additional 2 thanks to Lilith. Love to see it. We're currently sitting at 7 memory. Lilithmon does weird things. No, I shouldn't say weird things, but does some crazy stuff. And now Black War Growl, and I think we're going for a Gazimon here. Really digging through that trash. Yep, Gazimon. Going to, I believe we're going to evolve this Black War Growl into a Lilith themselves. Going to 4, draw. We obviously do not want to use Takumi here. We have 4 cards left in deck. We have literally enough cards just to do an additional Zwart play. Oh boy. We are looking in a rough spot. And Jack Raid, gain 2. Saying at 8 memory now. Mega Digimon Fusion. Zwart, draw, trash those final 3. And then we're going to bring back 2 promotes, I believe, here. Where is the boy? There's the boy. There's promote. Yep, so 2 promotes, and we now have 5 total swings. It looks like. Yep, 5 total swings. Thanks to that Black War Growlmon. And looks like that's going to be it for this one. Yeah, we're going to go on into game 3, and I am going first. Hunter has me go first, which is totally fine. We're going to set up an early Takumi, which is alright. That means our Mega Digimon Fusion is live right out the bat, and we're going to get plenty of hand advantage here, thanks to Takumi, as long as we get our stuff out of the breeding area, of course. ST1 Greymon in the breeding area, and then Huckmon into the battle area, grabbing a couple of things and drawing for turn. Promote. Debating on it. I think we just had to decide to do it. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a wuss. Yep, we're doing it. And then we're going for Labramon. Draw 1, trash 1. And then Sudamon replace that trash card. We love hand advantage. Ginkakumon decided to do the Takumi, draw an additional card. No real reason at this point not to. Yeah. So there is, like I said, this Huckmon and this Savior. This Savior, well, I guess the Greymon that is now the Savior. We're saying at 1 memory though. We're going to go into Lady Devi. Lady Devi, Dewey Takumi. I don't see any real reason why we want Takumi here, but we chose not to for whatever reason. I think after almost decking out this the previous turn or previous game, trying to be a little bit more cautious about it. We're going to game 1 with the Ginkaku inheritable. And draw 1. Going for a purple memory boost right away, and I think oddly enough the Lilith is not what we're actually after here. We're going to want that Rebellion, even though I don't believe we have a Lilith in hand at this point. But hey, our Hunter here has a pretty scary thing up in his breeding area. And that is now a Jesmon on the board. He's going to swing the Jesmon at us, play a Blanc, unsuspend. This is going to be 2 checks at 14-15. Does he have anything else to play out of his hand? Does not appear so. But is he going to swing again, or is he going to leave it unsuspended so that way we're able to not attack into it? No, he's going to swing, get all that damage that he can, hitting into the Black War Growl that we so love. Going to 3 memory with the type gain set there. We're going to swing, not swing, but bring up the Gabumon that we are actually going to swing. Judgment of the Blade is going to get hit out of security, but it does not look like he has an additional Sistermon to play off of it. We swung this Gabumon because we only had 7 cards in trash. So if we lost the Gabumon and then popped the purple memory boost, that would have been the 10 that we would have needed, and then we would have been able to pick up that Jackraid again with this Lilithmon that we just brought out. But hey, it's fine. Everything's fine. The world isn't on fire. How about yours? Hey, I know that's not the right lyrics, but oh well. So we're, like every Lilith Loop player, we're taking our time to decide. Jackraid for none. Jackraid does not actually gain any off of that, but Lilithmon will still go off and give us our 2 memory with her. Going into Ginkaku. I'm honestly not so sure how important that Jack raid was, because I think the only thing that we really do is we go into our belly to stall, pitch a promote. We'll gain 1, it won't really matter, but we will draw 2. And then Hunter will go to 3, Jesmon will stand, and he'll hatch. Now, you may look at this board and think, oh, he has game even if he loses the Jesmon to the Rebellion that is currently a blocker with retaliation. And you'd be right, but also if you look at the time of this video, there's still a few minutes left. So it just means that unfortunately the retaliation did what it was supposed to do and scare him enough to not even want to swing remotely. Because as long as he did not evolve onto that Agumon in his breeding area, he would have been fine on memory. Takumi would not have affected that all too much, since it is only lose 1 memory. We're going to Mega Digimon Fusion. And since we used an option, Lady Devi Inheritable is going to pop a Blanc here. Go into the support for free. Always going to move the memory counter, but it's not exactly necessary. Bring back the promote, and then I think, yes indeedy, we're going to bring back this Black War Growlmon. Not that I really think it matters, because we're going to start swinging here. Lay the Zwart skill, bring back the Lilith, get rid of the Jesmon, draw 1, trash 1, and there we go, hitting that good. Thanks to the Gabumon Inheritable, we get our skills popping off. And then this Rebelli is going to swing. We're going to use the Kinkaku under it to get rid of this Blanc, just to make sure that it's no longer a threat. And Voltramon goes bye-bye. And Promote is, hidden into security. Gonna pay 1 to swing the Gabu, and realistically, for us to end this, we needed that promote to die, and it did, so we take the game. That's all, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.